Everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborn. Happy Saturday. Today you're going to see Ben and Berlin. I just finished feeding Ben and I am going to feed Berlin while we chat. To those of you new, hello and welcome. Benjamin and Berlin is actually behind me right here. She's this one. Kenzie is sitting over there. She always likes to sit and watch everything. Ben and Berlin are my Twinkies, my twin A and B. Ben's twin B, Berlin's twin A. They were my first Myra's Little Bugs babies, and to all of you that have been here a while, you all know that they brought the magic, the heart of my collection. I'm looking awful. I just threw my hair up in a clip. I need it cut so bad. I've got the car thing going on. I'm not even going to get into that. But I haven't even been able to get up to get a haircut that I'm overdue for. So yesterday I actually made a whole long video. I changed the Twinkies. I did this whole long chat and it was just like too long. It was like 50 minutes, and because I had to stitch it together on the KineMaster, like it wouldn't export the project. Like I tried all day and I don't know what the story was. I guess you just can't have videos that long. I'm going to follow up, I think, on this subject with a live, and you'll understand why. Let me, start explaining. So you all know that, I had the recent very fluke thing with Josie, and I'm just gonna kind of stand and show you guys Ben for a minute. Look at how sweet he is. He's now sleeping. I love stretching his arm up like over here like this, like he's fast asleep. Anyways, you all know that, I had the recent, thing with Josie that, I had adopted her and, couldn't bond, and it really, really weighed heavy on me, guys. Like, it just did. I really was just trying to figure out, what went wrong. Because, as collectors, I think when we start, getting really into the collecting and, start, I don't know how to put it, but, once we've more realized our preferences and stuff like that, it's, it doesn't happen as often where you bring a baby home that you can't bond with because, you know your preferences. And, I panicked and I said to myself, oh my gosh, I just prefer awake babies. I'll never be able to bond with a sleeping baby. So I just like X that off. Like, I'm never ever looking at a sleeping baby again. Well, the Twinkies are sleeping babies, and I have, the Twinkies are the magic in my collection. I mean, they're the Twinkies. And, no, problem with bond there. So I racked my brains and, gave myself, some time to think about it. Oh, did we get that burp up, Ben? I think we did. Let's get your sister fed because she's patiently waiting. Yes, she's patiently waiting. So, yeah, guys, like, it really weighed heavy on me. Because you all know how, nutty I am about, the bonds with my babies and my collection. And you, of course, know that, I love Myra's work. I have, 6 babies from her. Josie would have been the 7th. She is home, by the way, so I can actually announce that she went to Ashley at Baby Love Heartsmith. I'll put a link below, and she's just thrilled with her, and I'm just so happy that my good friend can enjoy, her total beauty and awesomeness, because she is just, stunning in every way. So I realized that you know, again, after racking my brains and racking my brains, like, what was the problem here? Because, you know, when I bought Josie, you know, I thought to myself, okay, she's a sleeping sculpt, and, you know, more so I do go for a week sculpts, but, you know, I have been looking at sleeping sculpts, and, you know, it's just, you know, I guess, you know, when you get, you know, that bug up your butt, you just, you know, start looking for a certain baby. And, but, you know, when I saw her, you know, I just felt like, oh my gosh, she's so, you know, absolutely stunning. But I did in my head realize that she is, you know, a larger sculpt. You know, she is not a little, you know, very newborn looking and feeling sculpt. Whereas, like, you know, obviously the Twinkies they're, you know, like, they fit in like large preemie or, you know, newborn clothes. You know, they curl up, you know, very small in your arms, and to me they're very newborn looking. So I want to explain, like, you know, what I think, you know, went on in my cuckoo Mimi head, just because, you know, I'm assuming that other collectors go through this, and of course, I'd love to hear all your stories and thoughts, you know, because I took this very seriously, you know, what happened very seriously, because I'm not a rotator, a collector for the most part. You know, I mean, I have no problem with people that do that. In fact, I think that's kind of cool, because you can, you know, enjoy a baby for some time and then let it go and move on to something new, and that's, you know, that's cool. But, you know, I usually form these crazy bonds where I could just never let my forever babies go. So, you know, I said to myself, what happened? Well, in my head, and these babies, these reborn babies are, you know, they're sculpts of a moment frozen in time. You know, that's the bottom line. They're not going to open and close their eyes or change positions or move or grow or, you know, anything like that. So it's what moment you know, want to have captured, you know, in time, and what baby, you know, speaks to you, so to speak. So, you know, my kids, Gabe didn't open his eyes for like 7 days. Destiny took like 5 days. I remember going to the pediatrician. Amber and Noelle, you know, opened their eyes like in the delivery room. But, you know, my other two didn't. I didn't even see their eyes for, you know, that long. Newborn babies, the large majority of the time, are sleeping. That's how I look at, you know, a newborn is just always sleeping. And I think that had a large part to do with Josie, because, you know, she's a bigger baby. Her, you know, her features were just, you know, larger. Like, she's not a petite baby, absolutely gorgeous baby, but just not a petite baby. And, you know, all that gorgeous, beautiful hair. And oh my gosh, when I tell you, her hair was as soft as us ears. I have a ear over here, back here, actually. You know, but she had this big, full head of hair. What I would enjoy on an awake baby is what I'm trying to say. So to me, like, in my head, she was more like, you know, a few month old baby. So you know, I felt, and now, of course, infants sleep, babies a few months old sleep, toddlers sleep, children sleep, people sleep, of course. But it's about what moment in time works for you, for that baby, if that makes sense. And for me, you know, she was just too, you know, big of a baby for a sleeper for me. What, you know, is the bottom, you know, line that the conclusion that I came to, because I truly, you know, I love having the Twinkies, and, you know, the little, you know, newborns, it's nice to have them sleeping. And I think that sleeping babies give you the most realism. you know, there's lots of benefits. The Twinkies are often the ones that, you know, I'll go to like cuddle and snuggle while I'm watching TV at night and stuff like that. Now, when I'm like watching something, like a lot of times when I'm watching YouTube videos, I'll like grab Ussie or something because I feel like he's awake and sitting with me, or like Kenzie and Nicholas, Asforia, Maurice. Like, you know, I feel like, oh, they're sitting there watching with me, especially Ussie, because I don't know, he's so versatile to me. Like, I can pretend he's like older and really paying attention and watching with me, and like, you know, it's just the character, I guess, in my head that I was able to create for Asier. So he does everything for me, between feeling like, you know, a little newborn baby to hold and cuddle, but, you know, a little mischievous little fellow that's can, you know, I mean, I picture him reading book, you know, I take photos of him reading books and all kinds of stuff, you know. That's my, you know, fun in the character, you know, of that baby. And you all know Asier is like my heart, you know. You know, and the Twinkies brought my magic. Like, each baby brings something different. But I think, you know, the bottom line in your collections is that, you know, it has to work for you. And for me, I need that baby to click, you know, and set off whatever in my head, that the moment that I have frozen in time is what I want for that baby's, you know, personality, size, sculpt. Am I making sense? Like, I don't know if I'm like losing it here, or if I overanalyzed it. I don't know. You know, like I said, it weighed heavy on me because, you know, I don't like to have to go through, you know, letting a baby go, especially a new one like that. And, again, as a collector, you know, now this far in, I feel like I shouldn't be making like mistakes like that. You know, I almost looked at it like as a rookie mistake, but, you know, I mean, I am still, you know, let's say it's like a year now that I've been collecting. So that is still new. I mean, some of you have been here, you know, 10, 15 years or longer. So like, I shouldn't say I'm not new, but, I just felt like, you know, I feel like when I see a baby, the babies that like I have in my collection, I saw them and absolutely instantaneously I was like, that's my baby. That's it. That's my baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know, that's just it. You know, when I looked at Josie, there was a question. I was like, oh my gosh, what a stunning baby. And I you know, I felt like she had a big personality for a sleeping baby and so gorgeously painted. And of course, when she came, I was just blown away by Myra's work. I can't even tell you. She is just such an amazing artist. And that baby, and I mean, she's got the most beautiful feet, her hands, her lips, her face, I mean, everything. That's why I was like, why am I thinking this? You know? So, but when I saw her, I saw all that in the baby. But yet I still had to, like, in a way, like, convince myself. Like, I almost knew something wouldn't be a right fit for me. Now, I wasn't at the time thinking, oh, she's a bit bigger of a baby for a sleeping baby and maybe you won't like that. I guess I had to just experience it, like, especially when I held her. You know, she's not petite and tiny where, you know, like a newborn curls up in your arms. So right away, the feeling was off for a baby that was asleep, if that makes sense. For me, you know, like many of you only collect sleeping babies and you have them in all different sizes and vice versa. And, you know, what I'm trying to say is what works for one isn't gonna, you know, what clicks in one person's head, because it seems like it's just so complicated what makes that happen, what makes that where, you know, well, like Ashley used the word, what pings your heart, you know, when you have that true, you know, magic and connection with a baby, you know, it's just absolutely, you know, well, you all that have that, you know what I'm talking about. And I need that. I need that in my collection, you know, for my babies. You know, I don't have a nursery. I don't have endless space. I don't have endless money. So, you know, and when you start getting into like, you know, higher end babies, like you don't want to have that investment in your collection, or at least I don't, in a baby that I don't have that, you know, crazy, you know, bond with. You know, I had said like, wow, if I had a nursery, a big nursery and like a crib and a bassinet and all that stuff, and I could have just more displayed her, and of course I would have like held her and changed her sometimes, but okay, if I didn't, you know, interact with her as often, play with her as often, that sort of stuff, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, and she was just so stunning. But I don't have that. You know, my babies are all around. Like Kenzie's always hanging out on the bed. The Twinkies have their special basket, you know, here on the nightstand over here. So that's that. And, you know, I rotate ones out of the bassinet and on my bed. And I have the bouncy seat and the car seat in the living room. And I just, you know, I just rotate them around and stuff. But they're all, you know, in my house, around in my room, in my living room. I don't have a, you know, nursery and a display place per se. So anyways, I needed to make sense of it all in my head, because it was really bugging me, because, you know, again, I was like, wow, there's just nothing wrong with, you know, this baby. What is my problem? In fact, she was just so incredible. I'm like, what is my problem here? So yeah, you know, again, and, you know, like I said, that I have, you know, the Twinkies that are, you know, and I go through, you know, stages that I've went through in my collecting. Like I'll be looking, you know, for a certain type of baby, and I'll kind of search until like, boom, I hit that right one where I'm like, wow, that's my baby. Could be a sleeping baby, could be a awake baby, could be a, you know, we all, you know, kind of get in our head, you know, an idea. And sometimes we're all over the place and we're looking at all different babies, and that happens too. But anyway, tell me what you all, you know, have went through, and, you know, let me know what kind of collector you are. Like, you know, how long have you been collecting, and have you had, you know, it far into your collecting where you've had a baby that, you know, you bought because you loved, but that you just couldn't bond with, and what was the reason? And did you analyze it in your head, and does it go that deep for you? Like I'm saying, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I look at you know, a newborn, you know, a small baby as always sleeping, so in my head it feels right. And, you know, and I'm sure everybody has, you know, a different, you know, vision of what they want frozen in time. And some people, like, you know, maybe their kids were always happy babies and laughing, so they want all babies with smiling faces, because that's what they see in a real baby. That's what pings their heart, you know, like, it's all, I don't know if I'm making any sense at all, but I definitely wanted to come on and make a video to see if I am, because, like, heck, you know, that's what a lot of us do. We come on and we talk about our topics and, you know, what we have going on in our lives and our collections, and that's what recently happens, you know, for me in my collection, that, you know, I had to go through and, you know, make a hard decision. And, you know, I was feeling very badly about it until, you know, the baby, you know, did go home to Ashley. She has a new name, and of course I'm not going to say, because, you know, you can watch Ashley's video, and, you know, she announces that and all that, and it was really nice to watch and see that. That was really nice. So, yes, bud. It's locked, honey. I'm on the bed. I'm finishing up, sweetie. I'll be up. Oh, all right. Just stick it on the kitchen table. Wait, I know what to do. It's gonna come through your Thanks, buddy. Anyway, don't put it under the door, sweetie. Put it on the kitchen table. All right. Well, as you all hear, Gabe is, I mean, he's he's out there with his sisters and stuff. It is Saturday. The kids are home. So I'll bring Ben up again. Oh, I just love, look at him sleeping with the arms stretched out. He's just so precious. I love just showing him and holding him up like this. Like, oh my goodness. Yay. He's been sleeping. So anyway, all right, everyone. I just, like I said, I think I want to come on and do a live. I talked a lot in my video that I couldn't get up. Because, oh, also I had some comments from someone that I guess was outside of the community. So they were like those kind of comments. But it's kind of funny how I responded. And I was going to talk about that and like the terms that we use in collecting. Maybe I'll stop this and just make another video, or just come on and do a live. We'll see. But anyway, happy Saturday. I don't want this to get too long. I just wanted to talk about the psychology behind, you know, what clicks in our head with that moment frozen in time, and how you figure out what how it works for you. For now, I think that, you know, I've got that analyzed pretty good, that bump in the road of what I just recently went through with my collection. And I think I have a better understanding of why I felt that way. So I do feel better. I feel, you know, and like I said, Josie went to a loving home and is very happy. And, you know, Myra completely, of course, understood. I mean, she knows I just fawn over her babies and her work. And so, you know, I know she knows. And anyway, all right, guys, I'm still rambling because I'm just looking at Ben and I'm like, it's just so sweet. I mean, like, oh my gosh. And yesterday I did the whole outfit. You know, these are new outfits they have on. I was like so upset I couldn't share that with you guys. But anyway, all right, everyone, have a fabulous weekend. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You know, if you're here now, you might as well subscribe. And hit that notification bell, guys, because then you'll never miss a video. And also, then you will never miss my lives, which I got to get on and start doing again. But, all right, till then, God bless everyone.